own personal money. I remember we had first studio because it was just so many rappers, male rappers. We didn't have a restroom because it's boys. You know, we can go out the side. I remember we started our podcast, and the females had to go on the inside. He opened his personal restroom up for females to go in and use the restroom.
Right.
You know, they can't go inside like we can. All these modifications. He took that. It was really a garage. And this man made this.
Studio life after dark. Need tips to the chicks hard. Studio life after dark. Stop market tips hottest car. Studio life after dark. 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 Every day I did to get some money, feet hit the ground and I start running full speed ahead for bread to be 100. I ain't going to it, then I'm coming from it. Leave all that crash for the dummies. Stay fresher than a mall mannequin. Drip management so scandalous, some feel it's career damage. And we cover real with a hood logic. Latest news and the good topics. Low down dirt, oh we got it. On that real, that's how we rock it. Country cunning and we real cocky. Women gossip, know you heard about it. Word is that we been popping on that king shit. Call me hood jockey. Tune in, it's about to start. Studio life after dark. Just as soon as the night spark. Studio life after dark. Need tips to the chicks hard. Studio life after dark. Stock market tips hottest car. Studio life after dark. Tune in, it's about to start. Studio life after dark.
Alright, y'all, welcome to Studio Life After Dark. I'm Jay, your host. I got some pioneers in the building. I got some entrepreneurs. I got some self-made individuals in the building, man. I've been knowing these bros for a long time. I met all of them individually, man, but they're some great people to be around, man, and a lot of people don't get as much credit as they should right here in the city, y'all. So I want to introduce to y'all Smash Bros Radio. First, I'm going to start with you, Ralph. I want you to introduce yourself, tell me, and then we're going to go to Tony.
All right, I am your boy Ralph, aka DJ Play Some, one half of Smash Bros. Ownership or whatever, one half of that, and he'll rock it with you, bro.
That's what's up, man.
What's up?
Definitely. Turn Up Kid, Tony Two Shades, you know me, host promoter, part of the Smash Bros. Clan. Been around with them for a minute, man. Working, man. Working, light work.
You ain't saying about the Booty Club, man.
Oh, yeah, Mr. Booty Club, of course. Mr. Booty Club. Yes, Mr. Booty Club himself.
No doubt.
And I am Dirty. What up, though? Mr. Dirty Fresh, a.k.a. your baby daddy-in-law. You know what I'm talking about? So everything move around me. Y'all just stand still. That's how I feel. So we in this thing, rocking with Studio After Dark. We're going to make it look good. They're going to make it look good, and that's what it is. It's a whole situation.
No doubt, man. It's all love, man. First, man, I want to start with the chemistry, man. Like, how do y'all come up with the chemistry? Like, how do y'all keep everything intact, man? Because I know it. You got 3 individuals. Everybody got different minds and everything. How do y'all keep the chemistry so tight, and what makes it work for y'all, man?
Man, we've been doing it for a long time. First of all, me and Fresh, we've been knowing each other since he was like 16. 14, you know what I'm saying? So we've been knowing each other for a long time. Tony came along with us probably like a few months after we had started the show.
Right.
So it took a minute now. Don't get it wrong, you know what I'm saying? Like we didn't just always have it because we talk over each other and stuff. So it took a minute, you know what I'm saying? But once we started doing it, him being with me the longest, it was just like natural, you know what I mean? Like we have our little under the table stuff, you know what I'm saying? Right. So we kind of know, but if I do that, he know what that means. If he do that to me, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
what it really came from is just like they call us radio personalities. For your personality and your radio personality is not the same thing. Now you try to get those two things to match as much as possible.
Right.
You try to get your personality and your radio personality to match as much. You know what I mean? So after you be around a person so long, you got friends that you don't tell everything. You got certain friends that you might hear a joke and you might tell this friend that joke, but not tell that one because you know who will find it funny.
Yeah. Right.
So when you have this type of setting, you learn how each other speaks and talks, and you know what I mean? That's how the chemistry really works. Like he's the man behind the boards. As long as I've been down with this, I don't know how to run the boards. It's like Japanese to me.
Right.
So I don't do it. So we learned a way to communicate with each other. And you know what I'm saying, put everybody else in the loop too.
Yeah.
But it's a whole situation, it's a relationship. That's how that works.
I'm glad you said that, man, because a lot of times people may not understand, like, everybody got a job. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of times people may be trying to do too much or they're not doing enough, but just like you said, you don't know how to run the boards. So they may be somebody else's job. You know what I'm saying? So that's different, man, because a lot of people may not understand that.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It's a team thing, man. Like I say, it's just everybody got their own job.
Right.
You don't see, like in basketball, you don't see your center trying to shoot three-pointers. You know what I'm saying?
Some
Everybody got
of
their own position. But I mean,
Some,
every now and
yeah.
then. But
They,
everybody
but
got
they,
their main
but if they
goal.
doing it, they actually making shots.
Right, right.
You feel what I'm saying? So they ain't
Like
just
the
gonna,
Euro players.
yeah, you ain't
and
gonna
all
see
that.
Shaq making shooting no threes.
Yeah,
but
he in the paint.
Yeah.
You know what your job is.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Yeah, most definitely.
Okay. So rap, I did a little research
Okay.
and I found out that you used to rap.
Man,
I did not know that. You know what I'm saying? So
That's
kinda-
how I know Fresh.
okay. Give us a backstory on like how did that come about? Like what happened to
Man.
that career? Like, you know what I mean? What happened?
All right, so basically we started in my garage, just like we did the start the radio station in the garage or whatever. We used to be, man, it's so crazy. I was just talking to somebody about this, right? We used to do tape players,
Okay.
right? We used to have a CD playing the beats,
Okay.
and we used to record on tape.
Okay.
I had an empty garage, big empty garage.
Shout
we
out
had
Low
like
Key
some-
to G.
Shout out to
Yeah,
Low
what's up,
Key.
Low
We
Key?
just we were talking about it when
Low
he
Key
was
to
on the show.
G. Well,
Go to
go to
G.
Key.
Go to key.
Yeah.
Go to key.
So we had you know, it was just empty. We had lawn chairs in there, like the old school lawn chairs,
Right.
like for real, for real. And we used to do that. And my brother, he ended up popping up one day, and he didn't even let us know he was out there. We was just out there freestyling, just flowing or whatever. Shout out to LaDun, the homie, Didi. Man, it was a bunch of us used to be out there just getting it in. And my brother popped up one day and heard us out there freestyling like that.
Okay.
So 2 weeks later, a week later, he went and bought a beat machine.
Okay.
And so he started making beats or whatever. Ended up linking up with Cuz Low Key. He ended up giving me some software. It was some years later, a year or so later. But he ended up giving me software to record on, so we didn't have to do what we were doing no more with the CDs and the tapes.
Okay.
We were playing CDs, rapping, recording it on tape.
Gotcha.
You feel what I'm saying? So that's been a long time ago, bro. Like probably what 90 something, maybe.
Yeah,
what
y'all
was
been
your
in
rap
it for a
name?
minute.
It was
Where's your rap name?
Game War.
So what was it?
Shout out to my little brother CJ. He gave me the name Game War, but then we ended up showing it to G.
Okay.
Yeah, showing it to G. When the game came out, we ended up showing it
So
to G. or whatever.
whenever y'all hear on our show, I refer to him as G.
G.
That's how I know
where that
him.
comes from.
Yeah,
G
that's right.
comes from there. I know him as G. Y'all know him as DJ Play Something,
DJ play something.
but I know him as G.
Yeah, and it kind of went from doing the rap thing or whatever, linked up with a lot of people. That's how I know a lot of people from doing the rap thing or whatever. I know a lot of folks from that. I stopped doing it, started producing, engineering. I had my own studio, start engineering. That's when Fresh and them came around. They was friends with my little brother. They went to school with him. So every day after school, come home, I would come home from work and it'd be him and Cam and all these other young cats in there. They was young, man. You know what I'm saying? Still had their school uniforms on.
Right.
And I get to playing some beats or whatever. They get to rapping and we formed a group, TVB, them Belton Boys.
That's what's up, man.
Yeah.
So where did the name Smash Bros come from? Like, how did y'all come up with that name?
Lil Z. She was another one that was a friend of my little brother's at the time. Queen with a K.
Shout out
but
Lil
she-
Z. Queen with a K.
Oh, man,
Yeah.
take me back.
But she, me and my brother, we started both of us making beats at the time. So she ended up coming up with this concept, calling us the Smash Bros, meaning we making smash hits.
Hits.
You know what I'm saying?
Makes sense.
And she even drew up like this little graphic and everything for it, man. And I ended up giving that graphic to my sister, my stepsister or whatever, and she ended up coming up with shirts. So we ended up coming with SuperSmashBros.com, which we was selling our beats on it.
Okay.
Way before we even started doing the Smash Bros Radio. So that name was just kind of stuck. So when we started doing Smash Bros Radio, that's where it came from.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. So I choose podcasts. So my question to you all is, what made y'all choose internet radio over podcasts?
Because well, my answer would be that it's oversaturated with artists
Okay.
and not enough platforms for these artists.
Right.
So what we do, we came up, myself, DJ Play Some, Two Shades, Brittany Price. What we came up with is give these artists a platform.
Right.
And what we do is independent Saturdays. So Saturdays when our show come on, you're not gonna hear the things you hear on other radio stations. I ain't gonna name no name, but you don't hear names that you hear anywhere else. Everything is independent. So everything that we do is independent. Whether you're an entrepreneur, you got political aspirations, you want to be an artist, makeup artist, singer, it doesn't matter. As long as you got it out the mud, as long as you are independent and don't have no corporate backing, and you know, and it's
That's
black.
what that's for, yeah.
That's how it came up.
Okay, yeah. So I know recently y'all just started the Independent Saturdays, all right?
Nah, that's been going on.
That- for a while.
That was like one of the first
how it
shows.
is.
That was the
Yeah.
first show.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was how it started.
I know I recently saw.
I could tell you personally about this podcast or internet radio podcast. I could tell you all about it.
I hate when people refer to us as a podcast though.
Right.
Right.
Because you know.
Let's be clear on that.
Yeah,
This is definitely
I-
internet radio.
Yeah. It's internet radio because I mean, not only are you seeing us live, which that came after the fact. When we first started, you could only hear us on our app.
Okay.
You feel what I'm saying? We was live on the app,
Okay.
and then probably like a year or so later, Snipe introduced us to the Facebook Live thing, and we started doing it with our phone at first. Then we went from there with cameras and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? So it was basically on the app first. And we used to have the app jumping. We
And
like
now-
phone
and
I guess-
calls,
but you know
all
what?
that.
But it wasn't like that in the beginning.
Nah.
And anybody who has aspirations to do this type of thing, I want you to know. You know, you can check these things. Like I remember, I don't know if you remember, you made me an administrator early. You can check these stats, sound scan, and all this type of thing. We had like 11 monthly listeners. 11 monthly listeners.
Right.
I remember sitting there going on break. Well, we had sponsored or nothing at the time, but we went on break. I used to be texting people to call.
Yeah.
I can say it now because of where we are. I can say it now, but I used to text people to call.
to the show.
I ain't tell them what to say,
Right.
but I said, man, in the egg, man, get your folks to da-da-da. We really got out the mud.
Yeah.
And we don't use no bots. Just like Studio After Dark. No bots, no anything like that. It's strictly organic. And it was just word of mouth.
Right.
And now today, Ralph, correct me if I'm wrong, we're like 25,000, 30,000 strong.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
dope, man.
Yeah.
That's hard.
On the app, like, I mean, seriously, like, we in all different countries, too, man. That's the crazy part about it. When I started seeing analytics on it, it was, like, getting more people listening in Mexico and in Jamaica and, like, all over, bro. It's crazy. And I was actually screenshotting it, and I would post it on Facebook, you know what I'm saying? The people that we got listening on the app, like, and it show you, it break down, like, just like Facebook do analytics. The app, it break down and it show you, like, how many days or how many times or minutes they listen per day, the whole nine. So like the app is like, it's crazy. Like,
Yeah.
it's
I
like-
think people need to really understand how important like the analytics is of this, whether it's podcast or internet radio, because it's not just sitting down just having a conversation. You know what I'm saying? You really have to pay attention and find out who your audience is. You know what I'm saying? So that's real important. Tony, I was
Doing
going to ask you
research.
though, how important is well, not how important it is, but how do y'all gather y'all guests for Independent Saturdays?
Real talk, in the beginning, it was just like hand and foot. I had folks who was doing, like I said, folks would come on the show anyway, you know, because we was doing the battles at one point in time on the show. But like, yeah, I used to do the showcases on the Mondays, and I talked to my people, hey, bro, come on to the station. Like, this back we was in Bessemer too, and we was like, folks like Desmond.
I remember those.
A
I
lot
remember
of,
that.
a
You was
lot
right on
of,
the street.
Yeah.
a lot of people got their first radio internet interview through Smash Bros, especially like out of my crew, like
Still
Desmond.
now though.
Yeah,
like
Kid
still now.
Trouble. It's a lot of people here in the city now, man. Yeah, I remember first person I brought onto the show was Birmingham J. We was doing the Chicks with Kicks joint. Birmingham J came to the show.
Birmingham J,
man.
ain't heard that.
I know, man.
And the
He-
bicycle.
he was pushing
The
behind me hard.
bicycle.
He was one time for the bicycle, man.
Right.
He was pushing me hard when I first started doing the whole promo and hosting stuff too. He just got behind me quick. Yeah, man. That was like,
And we kind of started the verses too. But it wasn't
Yeah,
like
we
the
was-
verses
yeah.
though.
Right.
But we was doing it like on the app. Like we'll have two artists, right?
And they would
we
play
play
the
their
songs.
or whatever, and then they had to have people call in to vote for them.
Okay.
And we said we was gonna start it doing what we was gonna start doing is bringing the artists into the studio because at first we didn't have them in the studio. We just played their songs and they had to have people call in to vote for them. And we was gonna start having them come into the studio to do it live.
Okay.
So that's exactly where verses is. Like,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? But this was 5, 5.5 years ago.
And if they won, we'll bring them on for an interview. We'll give them a
Yeah,
free beat.
that's what they got. They won something. If they went like 3 weeks or something, win in 3 weeks or whatever. Kid Trouble was like one of the first ones to win. Then I think Money Game Mike and then
Loco.
Loco.
His birthday was
Long
yesterday.
live Loco, man. Yeah,
3 years,
Loco
man.
won.
Long live Loco, man. Loco was one of the biggest earliest support. He's no longer with us, but yes.
Yeah.
Shout out to
But it
Loco.
was back then really just hand and foot, man. Hey, how you doing? This is what we doing. This is what I'm at.
Right.
You want to come get your stuff played? We can play it on the radio time. Get your
And people reached out.
yeah.
So how can they reach out? Just give y'all a call or like email, or how does it work?
They can hit us on the email, the smashbrosmusic1@gmail.com. They can hit us on our Facebook fan page, Smash Bros Radio. That's where we get most interaction from, is the fan page.
Well, look, and I want to say this too, and I really hope this makes the real. Jay, you was one of our first earliest supporters. You had your store, 9th Avenue Studios store, right by our studio.
Right.
And you was one of the first earliest. You came on our show a couple weeks ago,
Right.
and we talked about this. But you was one of the first. I came in there individually by myself, and we talked about selling merch. You had a storefront. You had a way to get our product out.
Right.
We just had a means to, we didn't have the means to
do like a
mass produce it.
production, yeah.
We didn't have the means of mass production at the time. But you was willing to sell our stuff out of the stores, and you gave us the first thing. I didn't have to drive to, shout out Birmingham, but I'm a big Belsman. I didn't have to drive to Birmingham to get no official fitted hats.
Right.
And designer, anything, or like, I know now you facilitate to the women,
Right.
but this early days.
Yeah.
A lot of people may not even know about when I sold men's clothes though. You
sold
know,
men's
it's like
clothes.
men and women's clothes for real though.
You
You was one like you always wanted a hat.
I was one of
You
them.
always wanted a hat. Like you was trying to find out when I was getting some new hats, when I was coming with this and that. So
And,
yeah,
and,
I
and you
remember that.
facilitated it. And I said this on our show too. If you ain't had no drink with Jay when the store closed,
Right.
you ain't spending enough.
And
Like,
that's what it was. man.
he knew that. I coming down and drop whatever set amount, on just hats. I ain't talking about clothes, t-shirts. Yeah, flat clothes. I used to buy clothes and things too. But my thing is hat. Your lid game got to be right.
Oh yeah. Man.
Shout out to you.
You always rocking a hat too, man.
Thank you,
All
man.
day, every day. Like
Yeah, that's what I
I'm
do.
the same way, man. Like I got so many fucking hats, dog.
That's right.
Like, for real.
But you was one of the. I ain't gonna say you was the first. You was the only major brand that supported Smash Bros in its
I
early
appreciate
days.
you calling it major too. Like
Yeah,
that's
major.
That's like real talk. Like that's big ups. For real.
That's major.
I appreciate that.
No,
man.
you were saying like I see your stuff out there. We were
yeah.
trying to work out percentages and all that, but we just couldn't mass produce at the
Yeah.
time. But you had the
Man,
wherewithal to do
One thing
it.
I want to say, man, I want to appreciate y'all for showing me love. Like, I'm not originally from Bessemer, man. You know what I'm saying? So, the city of Bessemer definitely has showed me, like, a whole lot of love, man. Like, I'm from Fairfield, man. Like, but the city of Bessemer showed me so much love, man, from being down here, like, from day one. And we've been rocking, like, ever since 2018, man. So, like, I appreciate you all, though, for real, like, for welcoming me in. You know what I'm saying? And showing me love, like, real talk, man. That mean a whole lot, because you know how it is when it comes to hoods.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Everybody
saying?
in
Like,
the area. Everybody in the area.
Man, like
It's-
real
it's
talk. If they
sticky.
don't know you, dog, if you ain't rocking
Yeah,
with
may
right,
not be okay.
hey, they gonna look at you crazy. Like,
You
for
can't-
real,
And
man.
it's crazy you
Everybody
say that because we went from Bessemer to Fairfield.
For real?
Yeah.
Okay.
Our first building was in Fairfield.
Okay, yeah, man.
Yeah.
One thing about
Our
some hoods,
second
man.
building.
Yeah. First building.
We was in
Bessemer, we was in the
we made
garage.
Bessemer home.
So that
Yeah.
wasn't the building.
And
you know
then,
what I'm saying?
while we
remember
got
the
this
garage.
going too, I gotta give a shout out to Play Some. I know this gonna go national. Play Some was the first person. I'm talking about every week he put his own personal money in there.
Yeah,
Like he put his personal money in there, and I can't. To this day, he put his own personal money in there. And I remember we had first studio because it was just so many rappers, male rappers. We didn't have a restroom because it's boys. We can go out to the side. I remember we started our podcast, and the females had to go on the inside. He had to open his personal restroom up for females to go in and use the restroom.
Right.
They can't go inside
Yeah.
of it like we can. All these modifications he took that. It was really a garage, and this man made this a studio.
I remember that, man. I could literally walk to that studio, man, from my shop. Like, I could just
Yeah.
cut out
Yeah,
the
it was
alley,
literally
go up the
like
street,
2 blocks
man.
over,
Going,
man.
you know what I'm saying? Like, y'all were that close, though.
And I was messing with him the other day, and I told him, I said, play a song. I remember when we didn't have a restroom for females. It was 1 week we didn't.
But that's growth, man.
All the males was going outside, use the restroom on the side of the back of the
Catching the
studio,
bush.
That's what we
and
do.
all the females were going to his personal house. I know he's looking like I know, but
Fresh
after
breaking
that,
it down to the small
Yeah.
little compound. Like,
But I came in there the next week. No, we might have shut down for 1 week.
1 week.
yeah.
We came back. This nigga had a hallway and a bathroom that he built. I said, nigga, how you build a hall? How you build a hallway?
Hey, big shout out for him for building that hall, man.
He built a hall.
Play gave a lot of
Just imagine.
Yeah.
This a closed off section. You come here next week, and this wall is just a hallway leading to
Hey.
another room, and this man built it. It wasn't there.
Did you not appreciate the hallway that he built for you coming through it, though?
That's why we
It
talking
was
about
mind
it, baby.
blowing.
That's what we talking about.
It was mind blowing.
It's mind
I
blowing.
used to trip them out though. They had Tony had started calling me
Yeah.
ghosts and all this stuff like
Yeah,
Because I'm like, he with the mob. Ain't no way.
every week, bro. It was
And
something
this
different.
back
doing
in the
something
garage.
different.
She putting fiberglass all in. Like, I'm telling you, man, it
Right.
was dope.
Yeah, we
And
definitely
every
transformed that
week,
It was
garage
like
into
Christmas,
something
man.
totally
This
different.
man
Hip-hop would be something new.
is so and I can say this.
No, hold on. Birmingham J, when he first came, right? Like, no lie, when Birmingham J first pulled up, he pulled up in the front. He was in his old school. He came around. He was like, man, what the hell you got me in?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, walking up to it, right?
Right.
And then
It's
when he
still
got
like garage
in, when he
outside.
walked
He
in the
nigga.
door, he was like, fuck.
Right.
Like, what the hell?
But
You know what I'm saying?
mind-blowing,
He was
man.
blown, bro. Like, we really turned that mother
we
into something, bro.
cannot
Like,
pass
real
by the
talk.
fact that tell them
People used to pull up and then pull out.
and pull off.
I got
It
number
look
saved in
the
my
trap.
phone right
It
now
look
saying,
like
do
It
not
looked like the
answer.
trap. You do. You're right.
Because,
It
you
looked
know,
like the
like
trap.
this
But
one
on the
That was a
other
trap.
side,
This one girl she was from
But on the
Atlanta,
other side, it
man.
was a whole different
She had a
thing,
whole
man.
publicist or whatever.
I
Her
remember
publicist reached out to me on Instagram and they wanted to do something. I usually never get an address until they for sure book, right?
Makes sense.
So this girl kept asking me for the address because they was on like a tour or something. They was gonna go from Georgia to here and then to Mississippi or whatever. So she kept hitting me up. And so I finally gave her the address. A week later, she hit me up and was like, we ain't gonna be able to make it. I know what she did. She Googled the address. She saw where we was. You
Right.
feel me? So, you know, long story short or whatever, people used to pull up, y'all in the garage in the back of the house? Like, yeah.
Yeah, we in the bed.
All right. And then we go looking for them and it's like, they not out there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
yeah. But you know what, man? Everything and everybody come from somewhere. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Nothing's built overnight.
Nothing.
You know what I'm saying? I've got a massage from a massage girl. She was doing massages. When I pulled it up on Google Maps, I'm thinking she in a building.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't discouraged though. But when I pulled up, like it was her house, and she had an RV next to it.
Mm-hmm.
But when you walked in that RV, it was a whole totally different experience.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Gave me one of the best massages that I've ever had. You know what I'm saying? So people need to understand like everything's not built overnight.
Yeah.
It takes time. You know, and people come from somewhere. So
And that's just one of them judge a book by a cover situations. 'Cause
Right.
When you walked in, man, it looks like legit. Y'all
Right.
these cops right there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
It
and
was
people actually
official.
said that.
It
Like,
was
people
official.
actually really said that out their mouth, like to us. Like it looked better than such and such.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? On the inside or whatever. So
yeah, it's creating an experience for them, man. Like they gotta realize it takes time for us to get to where we need to go. You know,
Sure.
nobody just blow up overnight. You know what I'm
Place
saying?
I'm always been an ambitious dude, man. He always just
Absolutely.
he always been he seen ahead, saw the talent beforehand, because he pulled me straight out of Diamond. They was in there hanging. He was like, "Hey, bro, I like
Diamond Club,
Yeah,
down the road.
one time for Diamond Club. That was like
You
the
stay
first
in the
strip
booty clubs, dog.
Yeah, man, that was the first strip club. That was the first club I
You
worked
stay
at.
in the booty
period.
clubs.
That was the first
he
club
was
I
in
got a
on
job
the
at.
mic.
Period.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
And
He
he
was
said,
on the
bro,
mic.
I just like how you sound, man. He said, bro, just come in and fill in with us every now and then. I said, cool, bitch. I started coming like maybe once every other Saturday. And I started coming on every Saturday. And I started bringing my folks in with me. And they wanted to come. It was just, it just built.
Tell me what you got going on at the booty club.
What I do at Empire, man, that's like a whole little setup. Like, honestly, I started off rapping too, like everybody else. I started off rapping. I started hosting and doing like the showcases. I was getting paid off the showcases though, because I was hosting versus being in it. So I just do my song and get paid for get my folks to come the same way.
Right.
And then I had a homie, DJ Fleet. He linked up with Big Jen, one time for Big Jen, man. Linked up with Big Jen, and we opened
Be
up.
in the bread stacker.
Yeah, the bread stacker. We opened up for Project Pat. We was like the opening DJ and host though. We was on the other side, and we was so turned to where like everybody was on the back and the Pat came up with the front. Like the Pat like, bro, I'm on to come up there and perform y'all. So at that point, Jim like, hey bro, y'all good? I give y'all Saturday. You hosted, he DJ, y'all the team. I said, yeah, we like kid and play.
Alright.
And I just stuck with the booty club. That's how I hit. That big Jim, he got me in the strip club, but I ain't never left.
Alright.
I ain't never come from there. I ain't going to side effects. I mean, I do outside stuff too, like Onyx, whatever. I done pretty much worked at every
Wherever the
club.
strip is at, that's where you
I
gonna
done
be.
worked at every strip club in the city except for Sammy's, bro. If it's legit, got a license to strip, I done worked there.
You gonna be there.
Yeah.
You done worked some places that didn't
I done
have
worked-
license too.
But I ain't gonna call them out. I ain't gonna call them out. I ain't gonna that was it.
Nah, I ain't gonna put you out there.
It's like maybe one spot, and I ain't even got it there yet. But that's about it.
Nah, nigga, we hit one spot, then you got more than one. but they ain't my business. They ain't they business.
That
Go ahead,
is.
Truth.
But
Okay.
it just stuck, man. It stuck.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
It stuck, man.
So right home, I ask you, as far as like building the brand Smash Bros, like what kind of challenges you had? And I know you probably had many challenges of trying to make sure the brand sticks out.
Yeah.
Make sure, you're in constant rotation. You know what I'm saying? Make sure people know about it. Like, name one of your biggest struggles. Well, not struggles. Name one of your biggest challenges that you had to do to make sure Smash Bros is like constantly being seen.
So I put it like this: if you thinking about it, you would think of as a challenge, right?
Okay.
But it's really not, right? Okay, so making posts on social media, right? Nobody like it, right?
Okay.
Nobody share it, nobody nothing. You would think, okay, get discouraged, right? Like,
We all do.
But when you really look at it, especially if you know how to look at the analytics, nobody may have liked it, but 1,000 people saw it.
Right.
That's take the challenge out the window. We accomplished what we wanted to accomplish. 1,000 people saw it. 1,000 people may not have liked it. 2 people may not have liked it.
Right.
Once you get that out of your head, the fact that ain't nobody liking it or sharing it or
Don't
loving
mean it ain't being seen.
it's being seen. That's what you want. That's the whole purpose, for it to be seen,
Right.
right? 1,000 people saw it, nobody liked it. If you looking at it from just the like aspect, you'll get discouraged.
Yes.
It's a challenge. But when you look at it, 1,000 people saw this, that go out the window then.
Right.
So you know what I mean? That was like the main thing, the fact that we wasn't getting the likes or whatever. Or I would say the likes that we wanted from around here. When we first put it, we first went live with the fan page. I did a sponsorship with Facebook. Man, we got people from Hawaii, like all over other countries.
But
Greenland.
But right here in Bessemer, like we wasn't getting the, the love or whatever. So it was just like, get a little discouraging. But then you go back and look at the analytics on it, it showed you 535 people in Bessemer saw it, 200 in Birmingham, or 100 in this country or whatever, this city or whatever.
So you do focus on like other areas. You're not just focusing on like the surrounding areas.
All over.
Okay.
All over. We have people drive here from Mississippi, other parts of Alabama.
Tennessee, Arkansas. We had somebody from Arkansas.
Now what brought them from? Bro, we got this thing on the wall. They from out there in Florence. They didn't drove
Big
down
Paper.
here, Big Paper. You know what I'm saying? They didn't drove here. You know what I mean?
Shout
Like,
out Big
all over.
Paper.
yeah.
Y'all ever thought about taking it on the road?
We thought about
We
it.
didn't talked about it. My job, bro, just won't let me do that. You feel what I'm saying? Like I would have to have like them to do it, or Tony, you know what I'm saying, somebody else to do it or whatever. Shout out to Brittany, like she always about like doing that kind of
Brittany
stuff.
Price.
Yeah, shout out to Brittany. She couldn't be here today because she
Yeah.
at work or whatever.
But one time for Brit.
One time for
Deep
Brittany,
breath.
always on the water.
Oh, yeah.
Drink some water every day.
Yeah.
She do be on that.
Definitely. Yeah,
Shout out
Brittany coming up next.
1186
It's
water.
1186.
Drink real artesian water.
What's 1186?
1186 is
The water brand. That's the
the
name of the
water
company.
brand. Now, what 1186 is, I wish she was here to tell you.
Okay.
Oh
But
yeah, she drops it down.
That
like a
is
whole promo
real
commercial.
Man,
artesian
what?
water. I do know that artesian water comes from a hot spring. I don't know what artesian is. It comes from a hot spring. It's not filtered. It's natural, good water. Water high pH balance. Drink 1186 because real water
Has
does
no
not
ingredients.
have any ingredients.
Has no ingredients.
So I got a question for each one of y'all. And I want y'all to answer separately though.
Okay.
Sure,
It's 2 words, 1 answer. And I'm gonna start with you, Fresh.
sure.
Loyalty or respect?
Respect.
Tell me why.
Respect, because respect is something that doesn't die. Loyalty fades. You can be from Birmingham, Alabama, and I'm affiliated with certain whatever organizations or whatever. I can go to Birmingham, Alabama, and then move to this section over here in LA, and it's different. But if I'm a respectable character, that you bend the world to your will. Respect. I take respect over anything because respect doesn't die. Loyalty is, you know what I'm saying? It's I ain't gonna say it's fictional, but it's geographical. You can go somewhere else. If you get in your car, if anybody in here, all the people get in their car, and you drive north, east, west, or south for 1 hour straight, don't stop nowhere, put no gas, and go drive 1 hour in any direction. That's a whole different planet. The lingo different, who run that land different, the slang different, what they do on Saturday different. It's a whole different world. So I'd rather be a respectable man. You know what I'm saying? Because if I'm loyal everywhere, I have nothing to be loyal to. If I go somewhere else and I'm a respectful man and I earn and gain my respect anywhere I go, I'd rather be him.
Gotcha. Tony, 2 words, 1 answer. Loyalty or respect?
I do respect too, man, because like I say, loyalty, it flimsy, it jumps ship. Respect is like, it's a permanent thing, it's concrete. Like, you could not like me, but you respect my work. You can be like, I can't deal with him, but he the best one here, you gotta come in. Respect can build loyalty. It can build it off of that. It don't work the other way around. You can't build respect off of loyalty. You know what I'm saying? People will come and rock with you just because they respect your craft, they respect what you do, you the best at it. And if you want number one, that's who you're gonna have to go to. Regardless if it's like a emotional feeling, a personal thing in the background, respect it, you know what I'm saying? You stand on it, it's concrete.
Gotcha.
I'm gonna have to go with loyalty, man. You feel me? Like, I mean, you ain't gotta respect me, but if you loyal to me, then I know I got something. You feel what I'm saying? Like, being loyal, it's so many different aspects when you look at being loyal, right? Like, okay, me and Jay, we've been met each other for, met each other.
Yeah.
Right? We ain't never really rocked, right? Like, not talk, linked up, chilled, and then like that.
Right. It wasn't no bad energy. It wasn't a bad relationship. It was just kind of like relationship.
You know what I'm saying? But okay, now here it is. We have linked, right? Like, he may not necessarily respect anything I do. I don't have to respect. Now he do, right? But when we come to a agreement to do something, we loyal to each other on it.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? Me and Butter, shout out to Butter, Brooklyn Butter.
Yeah.
Mr. Walking Wealthy. You
Walking
feel
Wealthy,
me?
go do shout out. You got the brand.
You feel me? Shout out to bro, you know what I'm
Walking
saying?
Wealthy.
I know for a
Real
fact,
quick.
bro, loyal to what he do. Like, you know what I'm saying? Not saying that we don't respect each other now. Don't get it twisted.
Yeah.
We definitely do that. But when it comes to the loyalty, when it comes to, I'm loyal to support him. He's loyal to support me. I know this for a fact.
Regardless.
Whether he respect what I do or how I do it, he loyal to me. And I'm loyal to him. So I take loyalty or respect any day. Because you ain't got to like me. Respect come with kind of like, you know.
It comes with, it's
You
kind
feel
of,
what I'm
it
saying?
is, it's hand in hand. It's hand in hand.
Iffy thing or whatever, but I
It
take
is
the
hand
loyalty
in
any
hand.
day.
That's what's up, man.
Yeah.
I feel like I always ask a lot of guests that question. You know what I'm saying? Because I be want to get like different perspectives on how people think. And the main thing is like everybody think different. So
Yeah.
I think that's what we need to understand. Like nobody's gonna have the same type of mind frame. You know what I mean? It doesn't mean that y'all have to clash. It's just that y'all think different. You know what I'm saying? So I asked everybody that question, man, and all of y'all gave great answers on your perspective, your personal perspective on how you feel about it. You know what I mean? Just like me and Ralph, we met. Man, I'm good with numbers and dates and stuff. We met 2000. I want to say 18 or 19 when Jet. Shout out to Jet too.
Jet
did the.
Low.
He did his fourth quarter release for. I can't remember what it was, but I remember it was December.
It's not an album. It was like
a
low.
It was
like a motivation
mixtape.
mixtape, man.
Yeah,
Shout out to
yeah,
Jet.
yeah.
Me and Jet used to work together, man.
Yeah.
Justin Miller.
And
We
first
worked
of all,
together.
and
Jet was on the show.
to
Yeah, they had on
those
the
who
show.
don't know, low means living out a dream.
Living out a dream. Yeah, living out a dream. But me and Jet met, man. Me and Jet used to work together, man. It was a company at a warehouse. And we met, and it's crazy how like we all kind of come back and connect with each other though. So that's what me and you met, Ralph. You know what I'm saying? We met, we chopped it up, man. Y'all came into my spot, man. Y'all did it. Y'all set everything up great for them. And of course, we always had drinks. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Two Shades, man. We met back in the day. Like
And
You chopped it up in the shop.
Oh God, chopped it in just parlay. And like I said, this time I was staying in Brian, bro. I was
Right.
like literally right over the bread.
Right.
And man, we came in, like I say, bought some stuff,
Right.
got a drink. He locked me in.
Right.
I started bringing my folks over.
Right. And me and Fresh met, man, like from the beginning, man, like he's already come through, take shots. You know what I'm saying? He used to buy hats for me and everything. So, man, like we all met at a different time, but here we are all together, you know what I'm saying, doing our thing, man. So, man, I really, really, really appreciate y'all coming through, man, explaining y'all platform, talk about what y'all doing and everything, man. Y'all really got a dope platform and y'all need to be recognized, you know what I'm saying?
Thank
So, man, we got some shirts for y'all, Studio Life After Dark shirts.
You got some for us?
Of course, man. We got some gifts, man.
Shout out to you, Jay.
Yeah,
Shout out to you, bro. Like
this is a lot,
bro.
man.
This if y'all ain't never been in here, bro, this is a whole vibe.
I appreciate
Like
that,
the
man.
whole from the time you walk in to like coming around to where you gotta come in and sit, man. This is a whole vibe, bro. Like everybody can't do this.
Right,
You
man.
feel me? Everybody don't have the passion to do this.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? Like for you to set this up, bro, this something gotta be a passion of yours. This ain't just something you playing with.
Right.
You feel me? Like you done
Right.
put some money into this.
Right.
Like
Yeah.
you don't play with it.
Yeah.
I don't know many people that play with their
It
money.
came
You
a
feel what I'm
long
saying?
way, man. Like
Yeah.
real talk, man. Though, for real. Though.
And
This
the
nice
times,
though,
man,
bro.
like
Like
you
real
said,
talk,
man.
man.
In the
Salute to
times,
you,
man.
bro.
No
Salute
doubt,
to you,
man.
So-
I
man.
appreciate that,
So,
man.
with all that
Thanks
being
for the
said,
thanks for the good too, man.
Yeah,
with
man,
all
appreciate it.
that good gas being pumped and all that good gas being said, I got questions for you, Jay,
Okay.
on your show.
Okay.
Like two.
Said like two.
Can we do a dirty corner? Can we do a dirty
Go ahead
corner?
and
No,
put me
no,
in.
no.
Yeah, can we do a dirty
No,
corner?
no, no, no,
Because,
Can we do a dirty
I'm
corner?
okay with that because I ain't been interviewed a lot of times, so like this perfect.
baby, don't fight the process.
Can we do a dirty corner? Yeah.
No, I ain't doing no dirty. I got two questions.
crazy,
Okay,
man.
I got
No, for real. Honestly. You came up in Fairfield, right?
Born and raised, man.
Born and raised. And you seen a lot of things, because the hood is the hood. What's that one thing that happened in your life that was the turning point to say, we're not asking about your past.
Okay.
Well, I'm not, because, you know, I'm doing this, you know.
Yeah, it's
But-
probably gonna be part of my past, though. If you ask me,
But
what,
I'm asking you, I'm not asking you nothing negative. Let me
Okay.
say it that way. I'm not asking you nothing negative. But what happened in your life to say, I gotta turn this corner? Because a man and an entrepreneur is one choice.
Yeah.
So what was that one choice? What happened that make you make that choice?
well, it's a couple things, man. Honestly, like, man, my kids made me change the outlook on like how I view things. You know, made me change some things about what I was doing. You know, like I was in the streets. You know what I'm saying? So I was in the streets when my kids were born, man. It made me change like how I view things, because I feel like if I was taking a sacrifice, they're taking that same sacrifice with me. You know what I'm saying? So I changed some things about what I was doing in the streets, and I stopped those things. And then another thing, like, you know, I had to learn to eliminate people out of my life that wasn't for me. You know what I mean? Whether it was friends, family, anything. You know what I'm saying? So I removed some people out of my life for me. Like, ain't nobody gonna care about me but me. You know what I'm saying? So that was one of the things that made me like make a big change. And one thing about me, man, like I'm a Leo, and I know I talk this shit all the time, man. But one thing about us, man, like once our mind made up, man, that's it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Comedic.
right, it's over with. So my kids, man, and then I just had certain experiences, man. Like I almost went to prison on some shit, like dealing with friends and family. You know, but I removed them from my life. Like it had to be God. You know what I'm saying? So I removed them from my life, and it helped me change my perspective on things.
And the second question I have for you.
Damn, that one both of them?
That was one. And the second one I have with you. We all are selfish. We all came up in the hood. We came from humble beginnings, right? That's what we do.
Right.
What are you going to do? What's the first? Now we know the selfish thing. I usually ask what the selfish thing you'll do. What are you going to do for your community, our community?
Right.
What's the first thing you're going to do when you make it? You got to speak things like that happening.
Well,
When
I mean,
you make it.
when you say when you make it, man, I kind of feel like I'm already there. You know what I'm saying? Just
Excuse me.
depending on your
Well, let me
perspective.
rephrase it. Financially overblessed.
Overblessed.
When you are overblessed with
Well-
financial
One thing about me, man, I like to give back, man. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So
Whether
I'm
it's
saying,
the
what's the first thing
community-
you would think? Would it be a giveaway, backpack giveaway? Would it be?
I mean, I've done the backpack giveaways like for the past 3 years, man. I feel like I'm already giving back. You know what I mean?
All right.
Us sitting down having this conversation, man, we exchanging information.
Giving
You know
back.
what I mean?
Let's give him back.
No money involved. You giving me knowledge, I'm giving you knowledge.
Yeah.
You know, we exchanging like platforms and stuff. So I feel like I'm already giving back because it's power in the tongue. You know what I'm saying? So people listening to this, people just they may need information, they can grab it here. So
Yeah.
I like to give away back like that. It don't necessarily have to be financially. You know what I mean? Knowledge is power.
Yeah.
And like Brittany say, support does not mean money.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
Yeah.
And I love that phrase too, like for real.
Yeah.
Now, I did that for a reason. I know this is your show. I did that for a reason, but to let people know that this is a humble man. My whole thing is reaching out and trying to pull people up. I never thought I'd be doing nothing like this. I never thought I'd have a face or a voice. Until the Cancer Ralph played something, gave me a face and a voice.
Right.
I rap. Everybody know I can rap. Everybody know whatever. I'm down.
What was
for
your rap
whatever.
name? We ain't going to that.
Huh?
What was your rap name, Dave?
Dope boy.
I don't
Doughboy, yeah.
Doughboy.
Doughboy.
That's how you introduce yourself to me, though.
That's my street. Well, that's how people know me from the streets.
Right.
My first rap name was Pyro
See, I didn't
makes
know that
sense.
one.
because it was, I watched wrestling a lot and they had pyrotechnics
Okay.
and that was the fireworks. So I feel like I'm more fire. I feel like I'm fire than these things. So it was Pyro. It was short for pyrotechnics. I was Pyro because pyro means fire. And then techniques was like the business behind it. I always had a message to it or whatever. Then I went to Doughboy because let's just say I look like Ice Cube, but ain't no deep story behind it. But when I got on radio, shout out to Ralph again. Play some, DJ play some Mobley, my guy. Always, man, I'm a humble guy.
Call out the whole Facebook.
Yes, because this is big. This gonna be big.
Right.
We're gonna be rich one day. We're gonna be on a yacht
Yeah.
some days somewhere having mimosas talking about this.
Right.
So I don't hold no punches. And Ralph know he's my boss and I respect him as my OG. And like Touche's know that's my guy.
Yeah.
Nobody can tell me what to say. I belong to this entity. Smash Bros is not my child, but I'm one of the OGs. I cut this in. Play something know that I'm gonna say what I gotta say. He can't tame me. So anything, he can't. No man can't tell me what to say. He know I'm gonna do my job.
Right.
I'm going to be entertaining. I'm going to be intriguing. I'm going to be myself.
See, this one of them times where I'll be like this up on the table.
Right.
You know, like that.
But I'm so glad he between me. So I can say what I want to
See, we
say.
should have swapped seats on there.
But,
Hey,
nah,
Jay, I'll be wearing that knee out right now. Like,
but seriously, it's inspirational because I want more. I didn't grow up with these type figures in my life.
Right.
Jay, if I would have had a Jay in my life,
Shit might have went different.
a lot different. If I had a Ralph place on my life earlier, I was already influenced. I've
Right.
been there for a long time. If I knew a Two Shades earlier, if I knew a Brittany Price earlier, if I knew a Naturally Free earlier, shout out Naturally
Man,
Free.
we got to get Brittany on here for real, though.
You know what I'm saying?
About
If
Brittany
I knew
a lot,
all
man.
this,
Like,
my
Brittany
life
up
would have
next
went
for real, though.
different.
yeah, for sure.
But my life is going different
Right.
because of these men and women that I'm speaking of. So I'm very passionate about it. So y'all can edit it out or do whatever you want to, but I'm 100% respectful and loyal.
Gotta be.
But you know what I'm saying? So I gotta do that. So shout
But
out
no,
to
no,
Jay
no.
and Stood After Dog.
Appreciate that.
But no,
I
you're right.
appreciate that.
Ralph definitely gave us a voice, man. Real talk. Like, gave us something that, like, people can hear us, our opinions, our words. Cause, like, this shit cool on Facebook, whatever. But to actually be on a platform, not even like say to go from the garage to Fairfield to over to the Pleasant Grove. Those are like level ups. Exactly, bro. We didn't have that prior to.
Right.
Even though what I was doing on my own was only a third of that. You know what I'm saying? It multiplied. You know what I'm saying? And that's growth, man. That's branching out. That's something a lot of
absolutely.
people don't want to do. To branch out, reach out, hold. Exactly. Ralph never been like nah, you can't, nigga.
Yeah.
You can't say nothing. Like, yeah, at the most, he probably like, okay, cool. We can let you do this, but it can't be just that much. But at the most, we always had a voice. We had a freedom to say whatever we wanted to say.
Right.
It was never like restricted, edited, like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
But now rap is like Jay, like you run your company and corporation totally different, and I like it than what I'm used to. Rap is, you know, we're friends too. Rap is, or play something is. First, you can't say that. You can't do
What's
that.
the difference though when you think about internet radio and podcasts? Though, like it's certain things you probably can and cannot say on radio. See, we can.
And that's
we can
it was
edit
a
a
big
lot
phase for that. Man.
during this. You know what I'm saying? So
Everything
everything needs
is
to be cut
live,
out. You know what
though,
I'm
you
saying? Yeah,
feel
when
me?
it's live, it's a different type of.
And then once you
it
say it, you
atmosphere,
can't take
know
it
what
back.
I'm saying?
It's already out there.
Right, it's out there. You know what I'm saying? So you really got to kind of filter yourself when you're dealing with internet, though.
I had to learn that with rap because when I first got with it, I was bitches and hoes. But he used to get on me bad about it. He's like, come on, Tony, you gotta chill.
Hey,
But see, the thing is
He's
too,
gonna be bad about it,
like
man.
we actually had a big sponsor.
Yeah, man.
And Tony kind of like messed that up for us. Like I ain't gonna even
I
lie,
know.
cause we had this conversation, right?
Yeah, we did.
Like we had
Do
this
that.
big
Do
sponsor,
that.
man. Like I mean, I said a big sponsor, but I mean a big sponsor.
Sponsor, yeah.
With somebody that I knew that was plugged in with a company, this big company, this company that nobody can do without in Birmingham. You fit in Alabama, period. Like we gotta have this company, and it was somebody that was linked in with somebody that was at the top, right? And they just happened to be watching the show on a Monday.
And I'm
like, bro, why he watching on a Monday?
what you said, Tony?
Like,
I can't even remember, but
bro,
I'm
it wasn't
brand new.
even what he said. It was just like the whole show was just like. And then when bro came back to me, he was just like, bro, what is that? You know what I'm saying? But that's not how we had based our show.
Right.
Like the Saturday show, we didn't base it on that. Like we played music. At one point, we had went no cursing in the music, period. Right? But when we lost that sponsor, man, we didn't get that sponsor. I was so hurt,
a
man.
wild Monday. I know. And it
Like,
was,
bro, I was hurt.
Chest got the show.
It's a learning process, though. You know what I'm saying?
And even with those mistakes, exactly, to still be able to make mistakes like that, bro, be like, okay.
So
cool,
it's like
let's work it out.
you don't know
Like,
who watching. You
yeah.
never know who watching, man. So that's why we
And
try
that's
to
something I
base it
learned
like
with
this.
them. Yeah, man.
Because you never know who watching. Like you never know who want to throw a bag at you. Like you can't just. I mean, it depends on what you're trying to do.
Right.
Which way you trying to go, right? Who you trying to capture? Who you trying to, you know what I'm saying, get that bag from or whatever. Like that particular company, bro, like they not finna stand behind nothing that's like what they did.
Right.
And I'm
you feel what I'm
fresh
saying?
out, like I said, I'm fresh out of
Like,
the process. Everything
yeah.
is like this is like
Like I said, it's a
molding
learning
me.
curve. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and that's what it was. Definitely learning the code.
Yeah.
It was more. I definitely learned like how.
I was
feel
mad
to-
at him though. I ain't gonna lie.
Okay, I got
was
frustrated,
mad.
man.
I was mad that day, bro. Like, cause I was at work that day and I was watching the show too, and I'm
It
just
come with
like,
it, though.
bro, I'm texting
And I
him
mean,
the
who
whole
was
time,
up?
like, bro, what is y'all doing?
And it's me.
Like,
Yeah.
and I told him that the folks was watching because I knew ahead of time that they was
And I
gonna
called
watch. But
myself.
I'm like, why watch on a Monday? I'm not there to like kind of control the thing, you know what I'm saying, the narrative or whatever.
Right.
And he was just, they was just going, man, they was,
It was a good show though.
yeah, but
It was a good.
not
He
what
said it was
we
a good
was
show,
trying to
It
do.
was a good
man.
show.
Minus
It was
that what
great
you said.
shit.
Oh, yeah, we
Yeah.
did know. We did
And you know,
know
I
what they
don't think they looked at us no more after that.
Damn.
And
You know
that
what?
was like,
it's a learning process.
I
man.
looked at it like
And I
everything
think,
happened for a
man-
reason. Maybe that just wasn't meant for us.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? Maybe they would have gotten to us and tried to control us, and that ain't what we was trying to do.
Okay.
And you know, we ain't setting out that for no reason. You know what I'm saying? For no amount of money.
And
like,
that's what I'm saying, man.
yeah,
Even the
we
process
just
of that,
strictly control
even
us
me
like
making
that.
a mistake like that, he let me learn, let me grow from it.
Yeah.
He's like, we still move forward afterwards. You know what I'm saying? Anybody's be like, nigga, what the fuck?
But you know, the main thing is you still here. You still.
Yeah,
running
so
the
it was
fast
like
goals,
that's
you know
how
what
much
I'm
of a
saying?
freedom. Exactly.
Right.
Even after all that, still was able to come back. Still was
Yeah.
able to talk. Still.
All right. Well, to go back to the original question, we spoke with Fresh on it. Like, Tony, like, what advice would you give me as far as like what I'm doing? Like, what? Give me some kind of advice that you feel like that I need to learn from, or just some kind of advice.
One
that
thing
you
I
wanna
say
give
with
me.
anything that you do, just stay consistent, man. If you're loyal to it, you're humble to it. Like I say, even on the days we don't need number like 1 or 2 likes, man, stay consistent, bro. Like as long as you keep pushing, somebody shoot. My dad always say, if you keep shooting, you're gonna hit something.
Right.
So like, and that bullseye is not as far away as people make it appear.
Gotcha.
Stay consistent, man. Stay grounded and don't give up, because folks will be like almost there at the breaking point and be like, you know what, and I'm out. And I mean, the bricks is really breaking down for them.
Right.
Whatever that wall is, because I know that wall will hit. You hit that breaking wall, like it gets stagnant.
Right.
But just stay consistent, man, and don't give up, man. Persevere.
That's what's up, man. I
Persevere.
appreciate that, though.
That's a big thing.
You real?
Same, man. Stay consistent.
Okay.
That's the main key. with anything, like staying consistent, like even if it's just a post on social media, stay consistent with that post. Don't get discouraged because you don't get the likes and the followers from it right off the bat. Like, just keep doing it, keep doing it, keep doing it. We had 17,000 followers on Facebook. It took 5 years to do that. It was a slow pace. Right. I'm cool with it. I'm cool with that slow pace. Like, I'm cool with us getting 17,000 followers in 5 years, and some people do that in a day.
Right.
You feel? I'm cool with the slow process because it means that we are moving. We may be moving slow, but we moving.
Slow motion better than no motion, man.
You know what though? What I appreciate though, like a lot of times people will have so many followers, but how many of those followers are actually organic followers? You know what I'm saying? Exactly. Like you can have 200,000 followers, but how many people actually like?
And it might be 10 just watching you.
You know what I'm saying? So like, I think people really need to understand that. Like, you may have so many followers, but all of them may not be organic followers.
Organic
for you.
Followers and supporters, man. That's
One
two different things. That's two different things.
I can speak up for that.
Right.
It's 100% organic. We're friends. I'm that guy. I'm the guy that's gonna do this and that. I don't know what I said tonight, but I'm sure that, cause that's my big brother, I know he gonna pull me to the side tonight. And he gonna say, Fresh, why you say that? Dad, why you say that? He said, cause that's him. I love him. I don't know what I said, but I know that's him.
You know what he said.
I don't know what I
said. When we play it back,
It was there. It was there.
100%.
It was there.
Jay, you don't play neither. I'm gonna know what I said.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to tell you though. But I said this
gonna point out the
earlier.
good shit.
It's 100% organic.
Yeah.
No bites. We ain't buy no followers.
Right.
None of that. It's
Out of
word of
17,000,
mouth.
say close to 1,000. That's just all real people. That's
Right.
organic.
Well,
Folks that support.
Man, one thing I want to say, man, like real quick, man, for real, before we wrap it up, man, I really, really, really appreciate y'all coming out, man.
For sure, bro.
Y'all don't
Appreciate
realize
you,
like
man.
how much this mean to me, man. Like I got three
man,
different
family.
opinions, 3 different minds. You know what I'm saying? Like this is a dope ass experience, man. And one thing about Studio Life After Dogs, man, we like to reach out to like entrepreneurs, people about business, whether they do hair, whether they musicians, they do internet radio. Anything they do, they got their own brand. Man, I really appreciate y'all. So this one thing about this podcast, man, we like to uplift people, man. Like we like to showcase them, man. So I appreciate y'all for coming out and rock with me, man. Take a couple shots with me real quick, man. If y'all don't mind, man, I want y'all to take one shot with me, man, real quick, man, before we wrap it up. And then we can goddamn.
Can I give a shout out real quick?
Yeah, no doubt.
I want to give a shout out to my big bro, man, Otis. And my brother from another Snipe G Young, man. Without them two brothers, wouldn't be possible. That's out.
Shout out Amber G, man.
Yeah, the whole crew.
The whole crew.
Man.
All the whole Smash Brother family. Everybody support. We support the
So
hustle.
what we shooting, Jay? We doing the
Whatever shots, then we gonna.
I got my shout out.
Yeah.
Go ahead, go do your shot.
My shout out. That's that. Studio After Dark. Shout out Smash Bros Radio. Shout out Southside Bills. I learned everything I know from y'all. Love y'all. Thank you so much.
Let's pull up these shots real quick, man.
So we doing whatever we want to.
Yeah, whatever you want.
Rock, paper, scissors.
Y'all gonna take a shot real quick? We come here like half y'all want to.
Oh, nice little song.
Y'all want a shot?
Nice little congregation.
Shout out,
Missing the cut over there.
shout out to my homeboy Spook Code. His name is Spook Code. He got a song. It's called Do Say You Will, Do Say You Ain't, Do Say You Will, Do Say You.
That's my partner. He be rocking with man.
man.
You gonna take one deal? You good?
Go ahead, jump in.
You gonna take one? You good?
I'm the
I'm on
guy
the same
that's
part.
always in trouble.
I've been on this brown, man. I ain't gonna swap it up.
We gonna sit down and take a couple cameras on.
But definitely, man. Appreciate you having us on
Sit down
there.
and take
I know Didi in Georgia, man, but she called me before I got her. Yeah, I
I
had
texted. I
faith.
said, "Look, we're gonna have a podcast now."
She in Georgia, man.
She
but
felt some kind of way.
But
Shout out to Billy on, man, for real though. Y'all need to fuck with us and get us a real sponsor real quick, man. Y'all drop them bottles off. And it's a rock. Did it? Y'all come holler at us. Alright, one time, man, for all the entrepreneurs, man, big business folks, man, in here. Everybody raising their glass, man. You know what I'm saying? I wish no success for everybody in this room, man. I appreciate y'all. Alright, y'all, it's a wrap, y'all. We in here with Smash Bros Radio.
I am dirty, your baby daddy-in-law.
Turn on kid, Mr. Booty Club,
Yeah,
Top
already.
2 Shades, man. On deck.
For sure. And I am DJ Play Something, man. And we rocking with Studio Life After Dark. Keep it locked with us right here, man. Man, bro.
Radio.
Quit playing, ho.
Yeah.